Look there. All right, welcome back. It's Hop Smell Show. It's Hop.
String.
So yesterday we did a freaking awesome show.
Mm-hmm. That
we did the second one of these Ladders to Leaders, which you want to go ahead and name off who all is in Ladders to Leaders?
Well, let's see. Bob. We got Bob. How do you say his last name? Parr. Bob Parr, Brad Divins, Shannon Larkin, and Brian Forsythe. And for maybe those who don't know, Brian Forsythe and Bob Parr were both in Kicks. Shannon Larkin obviously was in Godsmack. Well, maybe not obvious to everybody, but he was also in
Ugly Kid Joe.
Yeah, An Ugly Kid Joe and
Rat Child.
Rat Child America. Yes, thank you. And then Brad Divins, he was in Rat Child, and then Souls of Zero, and what was a couple other like smaller
they
stuff
named
that
them.
Him and Shannon had a little side project thing
Was
that they had
in
done.
95, wasn't it, out in California?
Yeah, I can't remember what the name of that band was. Something Gators or something.
Yeah, Razorback Gators or something like that, maybe.
Something like that.
I mean, I might be way off.
But Brad Divins, he does the soundboard stuff, I think, for like Disturbed, and I think Enrique Iglesias.
I think Garbage, maybe.
Yeah, he's actually done some big bands, traveling all over doing sound for them. Yeah. So he's kind of, I guess, when he gets his downtime, he kind of has been playing some music here lately. And then last year, I guess, with the Ladders to Leader concert, it's actually a benefit show. It's for
Ladders to Leaders.
Yeah, it's the Ladders to Leaders is the group, but it's like a recovery benefit thing they do.
Helps people get on their feet.
Yeah, they have like I guess they help pay for like apartments and food and whatnot, and get people back on their feet and get them back to a normal.
They usually have, last 2 years they've had raffled off instruments.
Yep.
They have shirts, and they even had some Kicks Fan Fest stuff.
This year,
giving out, but they had like 100% of it goes.
All the tickets, all the ticket money goes. All the stuff that gets donated gets raffled off. So they had shirts and posters and
guitars. They even had that drum head. Shannon broke during Voodoo Child.
I think Voodoo Child. Yeah. So I mean, it's all kinds of cool stuff, and they autograph it all. Last year was they auctioned off Brad's bass that was in, I can't remember which song.
Might even been Climbing the Walls or
it was off video. It was off of video, and apparently he didn't play that bass a whole lot, but he had it in that video, and that was the last time he ever played that. And I think he said it was still even a little bit of mud because there's something in the video where he drops it in the water or mud or whatever it was, and I think he said it was even a little bit of some stuff still crusted up in there. So. He said you get the bonus part with that one, but it was autographed and everything too from all the band members, and
they even had one autographed by Steve Vai.
That
they auctioned off.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. So,
and we had might have to help me with the names. We had the bass player for King's X.
Yeah, so that was Doug Pennick, and then I had to look up the bass player. It was help to get the right app here. So John Moyer is the bass player for Disturbed. He actually came out and did a song. Doug Pennick did 3 songs. And then Jimmy Chalfant, he came out and did 2 songs.
Yeah.
So, and the rest of it was just, just random stuff that they played. There was a lot of 70s, all kinds of Aerosmith, AC/DC, Stones, ZZ Top, Jimi Hendrix, it was just a mix of all kinds of stuff. They did some of that. I don't think, they did one Kick song, didn't they?
Yeah, they did Love Pollution.
Yeah, Love Pollution. And they did 3 Rat Child songs.
2, a new one I'd never heard this year.
Yeah, I'd never heard that one either. So I guess that might be like either a B-side or something they played early on and just never made it. I guess it was probably a little bit.
Well, Shannon Larkin sang it. Yeah. I mean, he said that's the only time you go. He sang 2 numbers.
Yeah, both the ones when Jimmy came out and played his drums. So.
But we had, that was a fun show, and I guess you want to start with, we started this voyage at 2:00.
Yeah, well, it was supposed to be, we were supposed to have, I think, 10 of us going, and so we were renting one of these big 10 passenger vans, So it had like the 3 rows of seats or whatever in it. And, well, one group got sidetracked. They had some stuff come up. I never did quite catch the story on that, but it doesn't matter. But they weren't able to go with us. They were going, but they had to drive later. And they were just going to drive themselves up. It was about, an hour and a half ride up to, from our exit up to where that is anyway. Well, they got the van loaded up. They had to pick up 2 different groups of people and then come pick us up. Well, they got talking, I guess, and didn't pay attention. So they missed the exit to get off where we were going to meet up with them. And so had to go up. Town? Yeah. I don't know how many miles that is. It's probably 10 miles or so, 15 miles up to the next exit.
Yeah.
And then had to circle back and come back to come pick us up.
Well, yeah, he texted me. Jeff had texted me and said we done passed the exit. We got to turn around. It was in Newmarket. This is like a town that's probably I don't know 5 miles below us. So they had to go down there and turn around and come back and pick us up.
Yeah. So that was the first little snippet. Of course, it's pouring down raining too at this time. It hadn't rained in, gosh, I don't know how long it's been since it's actually rained, but yeah. So the day of this show, we got right on the interstate and pouring down rain, and but we got up there and we all went to BJ's Warehouse, I think is what it's called. It's like a bar, restaurant.
Oh, we stopped
on pub or whatever they call it.
I'll post these pictures. We took that photo. In beer cave in the sheets.
That's a tradition. I've been in 2 of those. Till yesterday's was the second one.
That was my first one.
And I guess I don't remember where we went. We went somewhere. I don't know. We went to a concert. It was, I think, Todd and Penny and Darren, and might have been Zane. And I don't even remember where the hell we went, but it's always a tradition. You got to take a picture in the beer cave at Sheets. When they stop at Sheets, that's where you got to go in the beer cave and take a selfie. And so a group selfie, I guess you want to call it.
Set off the damn alarm on the van.
Yeah. So yeah, we did that. And then we made it up the rest of the way. We had to make a pit stop to the bathroom there.
Yeah,
and then,
times.
So we get to the BJ's. We get there, get a couple drinks, get some food in us, and
you remember the Young Version dime bag was at the BJ's bar.
At the bar, yeah. But Darren and Penny and Zane met up with us there, and so we all trucked it over and got to the venue and got in there, and we got to see a couple celebrities to us. Maybe not celebrities to much other people, but definitely celebrities to us. We got
people
to see
that we've seen at functions like this before.
Yeah, John Allen from Child's Play and Charm City Devils.
Stone Horses.
Yes. Okay, that was trying to rack my brain on that one.
We had talked to him at Tally Ho when they helped for Brother Kane.
Yep.
He told us this hilarious story about Henry Oscard or whatever the guy said, Dirty Looks, about how he pulled that bender. God, that was funny as hell. But seeing them guys, man, they got stories like that. All them guys, man, got them kind of stories. Yeah, and we saw
Steve and Rick from Steve Whiteman from Kicks.
And Rick Parks, I think is his last name.
Yeah, I don't remember what his last name is, but they got their podcast.
Yeah, podcast.
They were there. I don't think they stuck it out for the whole show, but they were there. I don't know who that one dude was, but we saw him there. He went down the steps. I was like, that guy looks like a rock star. Well, somebody talking to him outside, and they got a picture with him, but I still don't know who that dude was. But and it was somebody. Who else?
Brian's sister.
Oh yeah, we'd
see it. Second time we saw her.
Yeah, but I asked her this time. I was like, "Are you Brian's sister?" And so we're talking about Brian Forsythe, the guitar player for Kicks, who was playing at the benefit show. But yeah, she looked just like him. I mean, and she seemed to have his kind of the same mannerisms. She's kind of quiet and.
Because before you spoke to her, I was thinking, man, if that ain't his sister, it sure as hell would pass for her.
Anyway, But who it was? Didn't we see somebody else there? Maybe not. I was thinking.
But it was weird because Bill and his wife ended up sitting right beside us. we rode down there and we didn't even discuss it in the van.
Well, I think Todd made a comment about having S-Row tickets, and I got to look at mine, but I was thinking they were a little bit further away, because when I ordered our tickets, I don't know when they got theirs, but apparently it was after us, but it must have been pretty quickly after us, because they were right beside of us, so that was kind of funny.
And it was at the Maryland. I don't know if we said this was at the Maryland Theater. No.
That's in Hagerstown.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice venue.
Yeah, it's a very old
theater.
Old theater. The sound in there is pretty good. It's not a huge capacity. It's several. I don't know. I'd say maybe 400 or 500, something like that. Maybe bigger than that. It's hard to judge how many seats.
Yeah,
because there's a balcony too.
Yeah,
so
and I don't know how many seats there, but how many ever it was, they didn't have an empty seat in there.
Yeah,
and there was a lot of. I don't know. There might have been more than 400 or 500 people there, because it seemed like a lot of people when you get up front.
Yeah, and plus there's like those little box seats or whatever you call them there, like in the old theaters there. They got the ones up at the top, and then there's some little smaller ones at the bottom, and
like the VIP seats or whatever.
Yeah, and I don't know. We didn't sit up at the top last time. We were still on the floor, but we sat further back. But I don't know how many seats are up top. I'd say probably about half of whatever is down below.
Yeah, probably
is what the capacity would be up top.
But I don't know. You looked at that picture. There's a lot of people, because I looked at the picture on Facebook, one where they took the crowd. I found it took a little bit to find. I found you before I found me.
Oh.
I knew I was holding up a poster when they took that picture, just so I could
that on their off of their website or off of like a Facebook page? Yeah, I didn't even think about that, but if I think about it, I can send you some pictures of different band members and stuff I took, and then
I think I'm gonna try. There's gonna be a slideshow in here also. I'll put up pictures from the show, and then we'll be posting videos on the website of clips of stuff we got. Like most of mine will probably be shorts, because there's people there that's got better quality cameras than I got. So
I had that one. It was a pretty good sized fella in front of me, so I was trying not to be rude to everybody behind me. So I was like trying to shift over, and he had a pretty good sized head on him.
Yeah, same way.
And he had some big curly hair. So, but yeah, I got some pretty good videos, I think. And then I think I got just about everybody when they were out, the different with Doug Panic and John Moyer and Jimmy when they were out. I think I got one video of each of them, and then some random other stuff.
That's some of this. I don't know. Some of the songs I can remember. Some that stick out in my mind was, I know Riff Raff. Where they played that.
What was there was one of the it was an older Aerosmith song.
Yeah, Nobody's Fault. I think they played, and there was a couple old Aerosmiths.
Yeah.
Something off Toys and Attic.
They did Foxy Lady,
Voodoo Child,
and then what's the Thin Lizzy song?
Jailbreak. And
they did
Peter Frampton's. That's what they closed.
That was kind of medley there. They did.
They beefed that up a lot on that breakdown of that song. Do You Feel Like I Feel? And like I said, of course, they did Dangerous.
Yeah.
God, and that song's like I've heard it 2 times now, then play it live, and I'm like, how was this song not bigger than what it was? Because that's such a good song.
Yeah. And then they played that Slave to the Dick. I guess that was like that. That's the one that
must have been
Shannon Larkin played. That must have been an early song that he'd sang, and then he did that Sex Pistols, I think, song, that punk song, which I don't know much of their stuff, so I couldn't tell you what that song was. But
it wasn't a common one like Anarchy in the UK. I
thought it was funny because he was like, they're not known to be the greatest of musicians or the greatest of singer, and he was like, just like me, and then they started playing. And, he was a little rough on that one, but.
And in case y'all are wondering, he might have retired from playing drums, but he still hits them harder than ever.
Oh gosh! Yes.
I mean, he's still great showman. All the guys were though.
And for such a guy that's hard, it doesn't look like he weighs 100 pounds. That dude can slam some drums.
He hits some drums. He's one of the hardest hitters in the business.
Yeah.
I haven't watched play. But I'm trying to think of some of the other stuff. I mean, they played some Waiting on the Bus or Jesus Love Chicago. And just it was stuff like that. It was like classic rock all night long, you know, like I said, the Stones.
It's kind of like last time. They played a little bit of everything. And
they played Jane's Addiction.
Yeah, Jane Says. I forgot. Yeah, they did do that one. That was like acoustic. They did that one, and it was about 2 or 3 acoustic tracks.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the other one was right offhand. But it's just a hodgepodge, all kinds of stuff that they, you know, bands that they idolize, you know, growing up and listening to, and kind of made them get into music, and I don't know, I guess, you know, they played a lot of 70s.
When they played what, 2 songs? Was it 2 that Brad Divins and Shannon Larkin had played in that other band?
Yeah.
That was kind of like the rockabilly stuff.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like, I mean, you would enjoy it if you go.
What was it? It was about what, 3 hours worth of, maybe not quite that long.
I think it was 2.5, maybe.
It was about
7:30 to 10.
Yeah. So yeah, they played a good mix of stuff. And they played a couple songs that they played last year, but
we didn't have the guests. We had guests this year. They didn't have them last year.
And we knew Doug Pennant was going to be there, and Jimmy was. But yeah, John, that was kind of a surprise there.
That was funny. That story Shannon Larkin told about that shirt. Remember, he said he met the guy from the Shoes.
Oh,
yeah. It ended up being Jimmy Chiffant. Yeah. And he had this shirt on. He's like, you remember when the shirts were in style where your midriff showed?
He said he took the shirt off his back and gave it to me.
He's like, I wish I still had that shirt, but he's like, that shirt's long gone.
Yeah.
But it's just, I mean, and they told stuff like that, you know, just tell stories. You could tell, man, they was just having a blast.
Mm-hmm. Well, and then they even said during, you know, towards the end of it that you haven't seen the last of us. We're going to look about doing some stuff together. So that's pretty cool because they're very, very talented musicians. So.
Yeah, and when there's everybody's, because Shannon's the only one I never interacted with, you know, but all the other 3 we've talked to, Bob and Brad and Brian, all laid back, super cool. I mean, you couldn't ask for nicer guys. You could tell, man, and just like you could tell how much fun Brad and Shannon are having playing together again, and you know, just
Brian's always kind of quiet, but you can tell he's up there having fun. And but yeah, I think Shannon would be a good interview. I think he, like I said, he could probably tell some good stories.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he's got some Godsmack stuff out the wazoo. Well, even the Rat Child.
I was just gonna say, just the Rat Child stuff alone would probably be plenty because. Although, I mean, he was in his prime then, you know.
Ugly Kid Joe's probably got stuff from them, too.
Yep.
Because he toured with them.
Yep.
You know, I don't know if he played on any of the albums. He might have played on the second album. I don't know. That'd be something we'd have to ask him if we ever interviewed him.
But yeah, we had pretty good uneventful ride up and back. So we didn't have we didn't get pulled over. Nobody hit us or didn't have anything. It was actually done raining by the time we got out of there and on our way home. But
I told Heather tonight, I said, Todd does a good job. He keeps everybody in line.
He's like dad.
Yeah.
He's the dad of the group.
Because when we come out of the theater, remember you said, gotta hope we can find him. Todd's right out there. Yep. Todd's telling us which way to go. No, not that left, the other left.
Yeah, the other left. Yeah, he keeps Jeff straight.
Yeah, he probably has to. But yeah, that's really the first time I hung out with him, guys. That's a pretty good time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because last time you and I rode by ourselves, and they had a not like a they had like a shuttle bus kind of a thing. It was like a little small bus, and so they had a basically a chauffeur driving them down and back, but they said that was pretty expensive. But I'm glad we ended up working out the way it did. We got the ride together, and it definitely makes for memories.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Nothing.
And boy, you can when you get with people like that, it's like, you know, when you get talking about music, like we're passionate about, you can really talk about it because they know exactly, like when you talk about, like I talked about the Ozzy stuff, you know, guitars, and they're really breaking it down. Like, well, you know, Randy really didn't get. We don't know what Randy would have done, but we do love Zach, and you know, and Jake done this, and you know, when you get when you get with music fans like that, you can really get to talk about stuff that not everybody talks about.
And Bill, like he was a drummer, so he's played drums in local bands, and I don't know. I guess I'm assuming he still plays some.
He kind of made it sound like he might mess around on him still.
Yeah, or maybe he plays around some, but yeah, we had a good time and definitely made some good memories. And
yeah, and shoot, I mean, if they're up for it, because I know they watch the show. Maybe we'll have them down. They come on here, and you know, next show we go to or something, they can put in their 2 cents worth, because it's always fun to hear other people's story of you know, of the shows and stuff, what they thought of. But you know, if you ever, like next year, you're debating on going to Ladders Leaders, man, you should go, because it's freaking awesome.
Yeah, and even if you don't know much about either Kix or Wrathchild, I mean, just, you know, for like a good show that, you know, if you're anywhere around, you know, Maryland area, it doesn't take that long to get across Maryland anyway, or DC and Pennsylvania and Virginia. I mean, pretty close around. I mean, it's right off of 81, so it's not like it's hard to get to or anything. I mean, plenty of parking garages and whatnot, and pretty cool little downtown area. Plenty of restaurants and stuff around. So, but it's definitely worth checking out. I mean, the money goes to a good cause.
Yeah, I was going to say that's
good music. Thing. So, I mean, you're getting a good show. The tickets weren't what you call expensive by any means. It was like $30 or something like that per ticket. Might have been a little bit more since we sat a little bit closer, but it still wasn't ridiculously priced or anything.
And it's going for a good cause at the end of the day. And you know, that's, and knowing these guys are just, you know, I mean, they're doing it their all, man, just because it's the love of the music. So that makes it even that much better.
And they had different shirts this year from last year. I mean, that was basically what was on the shirt last year, and that poster was from last year. Well, you could buy the poster for $5 and it's autographed. And if you got the shirt, it was $10. But it was just last year's shirt. But I told him, I was like, man, I'd probably kick myself. I probably should have just bought another one, been done with it for $5. I could have cut it off.
Yep, you could have.
Showed my midriff.
Shannon would have been proud.
My old beer belly might not look as pretty.
Old dad bod.
Yeah.
That's what I got now. I got old dad bod.
Yeah, yep. So, yeah, we had a good time, and definitely be going again next year.
I think it'll be an annual thing.
Yeah,
as long as they keep doing it, it'll be something to look forward to.
I think they had a good turnout last year. I think this year it might have been a little bit better.
But it's probably because there was probably people, man, you should have went last year. So like, I'm definitely going this year.
Yeah. Well, I told my wife, I was like, you know, I think she'd enjoy it too. So I told her we might have to get an extra ticket next year and let her partake in it. And
yeah, I'll say something, Heather. She might want to go too, because
take 2 vans next year.
She knows a lot of that.
I might have to get a school bus, the big old party bus or something. Yeah. Take it up there.
Get a plane.
Yeah, there you go. Just drop us out. We'll parachute.
Yeah, we'll just. I'm sure.
Get home might be a problem.
I'm sure Heather will go for that.
Yeah.
You know, come on, honey. We're going to drop out of a plane right on Maryland Theater.
Yep. There you go.
Right there in the middle of the street.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, y'all go check it out. And we're, like I said, we got some stuff posted. So if you want to hear what the stuff sounds like before you go, just see what was going on.
Plenty of stuff already out there on YouTube, and then you're gonna. Well, I don't. You said you're probably not gonna post much, but just shorts.
I got shorts.
But I'll have some stuff on my page. But
I've got some stuff from previous year. I've got full songs, but I don't know if I got any full songs this year, because I know she was recording and your phone's newer than mine. So
yeah, I like I said, I know I did one. I did Voodoo Child, and I did Slave to the Dick, and I did. I can't remember what song that John Moyer did.
What the guy from Disturbed?
Yeah.
He did riff. It wasn't Riff Raff, but I think it was an AC/DC.
Yeah, I can't remember which one it was, but I did that song, and then I did.
That was If You Want Blood.
Yeah,
I think that's what they done.
And then I got that Dangerous. I think you did that one last year, and I didn't get it, and I got it this year. And that seemed like I did maybe one other song, and I took a bunch of pictures too.
I think you did. Got a good bit of Jesus Left Chicago.
Yeah, I might have did all of that one.
So yeah, y'all go in there and check it out, and go if you want to do some research. I'm not sure if they got a website. I know they're pretty active on Facebook.
I know Ladders and Leaders has a website now. I don't know if it's more about, the organization, the program and stuff itself. It's not as much about the show or whatever. But
or if you're wondering about that, go in there because it's a great cause, and they're really dedicated to this too. So
we can put that in the description, and if people want to click on that, they certainly can. So,
all right, well, let's not keep this too long-winded.
Yep.
But like I said, Ladders Leaders 2 was just as good as Ladders Leader 1, maybe better.
Yep. Can't wait for 3.
Yep, and that'll be happening. Shit, the way time goes by, I'll be here before you know it. They're probably already auditioning for it.
Yeah, because last year was on the 11th, and this year was on the 10th. So,
well, he did say, speaking of auditioning, what they did 4 days.
Yeah,
and they get snowed on this year.
Yep,
because they got snowed on last year.
Yep, yeah, because I think they said they only had 1 day or 2 days worth of practice time and rehearsal or whatever, and shit, I thought they nailed everything they did. I mean, there might have been a couple mistakes here and there, but most people won't catch it, and then I don't think I did. So,
well, even if you did, that's the nice thing about live music. There's no click tracks.
Yep, definitely not with them anyway.
Nope. All right, till next time, y'all stay safe, stay strong.
Peace.
Thanks for watching.